All right, Mr. Reed, go ahead.
All right. We show that we care by putting the needs of our customers first, by always having a positive and helpful attitude, by treating everyone and everything with respect, by living our code of values. We enjoy life in the process.
That's right. Thank you, sir. So want to kick off and congratulate. If everybody can come and actually show their video, that'd be great. And we want to give a round of applause to Jim and Fran for this year's Franchisees of the Year. So everybody give them a round of applause. Congratulations. You see, that's the award in the background. We can barely see it, but that's it. That's the one. You guys, I recorded some of the awards, so hopefully I'll have that the links ready hopefully by tomorrow. Jeff Baker also won President's Award, and Matt Long won the President's Award, and then Rookie of the Year went to James O'Brien, and then a slew of other awards. Real quick, this Friday, we're going to be having the reunion post. It's a post reunion recap. So for all those that didn't make it to reunion, we want everybody to join in. Essentially what that's going to be, it's going to, for all those who didn't get the awards because they were unable to make it, we're going to do the awards over that time frame, as well as Josh is going to hit a couple recap points, and we're going to do a little fun in the process as well. So if you guys can make that Friday, it's 1 o'clock Central. And if you guys don't have a link for it, please email us and let us know. But everybody should have a link for it. All right. So I wanted to share a quick video that we just got, and I want to make sure it works. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share this, and you guys can go ahead and get a watch for it. Hold on. You guys are wondering where it is, don't you? Okay. All right. Can everybody see my screen? Give me a thumbs up. That'd be great. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if this works. All right, what everybody think? Anybody going once, going twice?
All right, I'll start. I like how it's going. It's feels like it's trying to compete with Angie's List or a Home Divisor in the sense that it's a one-stop shop where you can find solutions for your home. Having said that, being a premium provider of services and going for high quality service and It's not done until it's done right. I don't like the fact that most of the call to actions involve a price discount, $50 off, $75 off, whatever. That's not our who we're looking for as customers. We're looking for people with disposable income to spend, and we're selling a $3,000 contract or job, and $50 not going to tilt the scale.
So real quick, the idea about the coupons and the way that they work, you have to think of it just as the same thing as a lead. So however much you would pay for a pay-per-click, PPC, or an LSA lead, or even going out and putting yard side in or feet on the street, it's the lead cost. So you have to understand that when you're really looking at marketing and looking at the internal, which is...
I'm not complaining about the paying for $50 off of a contract. It's just that I think we will attract a different customer by offering the discount to begin with. Someone who comes after us because of the discount is probably going to be a haggler, not necessarily someone who's going to be looking for, the best service possible.
Okay.
So it's not about us paying the $50, not that. I pay that for HomeAdvisor for each lead that I get from them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about the type of customer that we're trying to collect.
Yeah. So the idea, Andre, is you got to remember it's already on the Neighborly app. So they are already paying from a customer perspective on the Neighborly side. So if you look at AirServe, if you look at Mosquito Joe, it's a service for a premium, right? And that's where Neighborly is at. It's the highest of client. So you don't have to worry about the clientele because not everybody off the street necessarily is going to have it right this second, right? We're developing it within, and you're going to get the actual clients from another Neighborly client already. So the idea is you don't have to fight, and not all the time that they're going to bring that coupon to you to ask you for that money off. Realistically, right? They're going to look at the app and look for the service they need. In fact, I used it today for AirServe because I need it for my AC. So again, the idea is I use the app, I put it in, it was easy. Yes, I could use the discount code, which I may or may not have. See if they'll give it to me. But I'm already a Mosquito Joe. I already utilize them. I utilize quite a few of the Neighborly sides of things. So you have to realize that clientele is the clientele that we're looking for.
Got it.
Hey, Mark, it's just to piggyback on that real quick, because Hicks and I did the app, kind of the panel thing. It's more like how Marcus was saying, like those in there are more as like a, here's a little nice thing for using the Neighborly app. It's more of a call to get people to actually want to use the app. Like like he was saying, you're already a Neighborly customer. Thank you for using the app. Continue to use the app. Here's $50 off. Here's $75 off. And less of like a recruitment to try to be like, please use the app. We'll give you this, like to get different customers. Like he was saying, it's for our existing customers and just more of an incentive for them to continue using the app to find other Neighborly ones. That's how they view it, and that's how they're building it out for why those discounts and stuff like that are in there.
Perfect. Thanks for the explanation.
I have a thought on that, I suppose. We have a bunch, a couple hundred just customers. The only thing they do with us currently is a sprinkler blowout. So, and our sprinkler blowouts are $55, $60. So if they give me that $50 off a $60 service, I'm losing money to do that service that they were going to pay for anyway. It's probably not going to come up a lot. Like you said, I guess it's, if they're already a customer and they've downloaded the app. But if there is, I haven't looked at it closely, I guess, but is there something in there that says minimum $400 service or something like that?
Yeah. So if they're going to use the $50 off service, it has to have a full year maintenance contract, and it has to meet the minimums, which is, I think, $3,250. So $3,250, I believe, is the minimum per year to take that $50 off. And then there's a $20 off as well. And then there's minimum purchase. I believe it's like a cleanup package of 1,000 or more. So, yeah, so we've already covered all the bases for that. Actually, that's why Travis and a few other of you guys that have been on the process within the Neighborly app. They figure that out in the front hand area of the app before they let it out, so we don't lead it astray. Absolutely. Any other questions about the Neighborly app? So for all those that don't have it downloaded, I suggest that you do. And I suggest that you guys actually go and create an actual account. That way you have your chance to win $10,000. So, I mean, it's $10,000, right? So realistically, download it and start embedding yourself into it, into the culture. We want to be able to download it, make sure and go into CES, update your services. Because if you're in Florida and you don't do snow, you need to make sure and take off that service. Hopefully you don't have that service listed currently. But again, there's certain locations throughout the US that we do and do not do. If you don't do holiday lighting, for instance, which if you don't, it's okay, but it's very disappointing because it's our main service vertical or one of, then go ahead and make sure uncheck that on the CES, right? So that way, when they're looking for the lead in the area, they're not going to be able to, they're not going to be contacting you directly for that. Okay. All right. So let's jump into monthly management meetings.
Hey, Marcus,
Yes.
real fast. As far as the Neighborly app, use our private emails or use company email?
It's all company. It's all based off company.
So register as our company email.
Correct. Yeah, because that's where you're already registered internally
Okay.
in the CES.
Thank you.
Yes, Monica. Oh, I can't hear you. You want to jot it down in the text? Okay. And anybody else have any other questions? That's Dave Kennedy. If there are several Neighborly brands in the area. Well, yes, that would be correct. So just real quick, wanted to let everybody know, yeah, if you have any questions about the app, you can reach out to Svetlana and I.
When do you see it being available in Canada, Marcus?
They're currently working on that right now. So that's the one thing with Jake being at Reunion. He's like, hey, by the way. So yes, it's currently not available in Canada. They are working on that currently right now. And they're supposed to be rolling out a preliminary by the end of the month. So which means we're going to start playing in it. We'll see if they can hold their timeline to that. Right, that's the hope. And I'll keep you guys up to date within regards to the Neighborly app in Canada. All right, budget season. Budget
Marcus,
season is, yes.
Monica wrote her question. It says, expectation about booking an appointment for customers. We cannot meet the book time they pick.
Yeah, so it actually doesn't book for grounds guys. We don't have that, right? So it's just like Scorpion and everybody else. It just sends the lead directly to the to-dos within GG Pro, and then it also will send you an email. So it doesn't actually book a time, even though it says it. So just an FYI, we do not have that within our system. So no worries about that. All right. Is that a cutout? Wayne, have you moved at all? I have a question. Is that a cutout of Wayne? Oh, it is. Okay, there he is. He's nodding. We wanted to make sure he was alive and moving back there.
He hadn't moved at all. He was being very still. I thought she had a cutout.
All I can say is I'm overwhelmed with all the personalities that I met at Reunion. Now I'm still overwhelmed, and y'all appearance is so bright. I just thought I'd dim it with my glasses.
I love that. I love that for you, Wayne. That's good. All right. So budget season. Budget season is upon. So real quick, wanted to touch base with you guys and let you know, please start working on and completing your GG Pro budgets. Make sure and update all of your labor rates within GG Pro, right? Because we all have to do that. And then QuickBooks, if you can update your, take that GG Pro budget, put it in QuickBooks, that would be helpful. That way, Svetlana and I can work through Quivinci through different KPIs and metrics for you guys through if we have that in QuickBooks. BFW, Svetlana, you want to talk a little bit about that?
So for those of you that are on my list, by the way, most of you have, I'm so proud of you. I send you an invite for your reoccurring coaching meetings. It means that I will be on your calendar, you're on my calendar, and we know exactly when we are meeting from this month on. And I will say probably about 98% of you have already accepted, so kudos to all of you. Maybe I have a couple, 3 more that I'm waiting for you to respond. Please accept. Send it to me if you feel like something needs to move, because we're really getting here in the cement because we are hitting the budget season. I just sent you today an email with the revised, I think it's version 3, revised business forecast workbook for 2022. So you would have that available at your fingertips. By the way, in that particular email, you also have a link for the reunion recap on Friday. If you don't have it yet, and it has an agenda. So, but you will have the business forecast workbook that Dave has revised, and hopefully that you find helpful.
Yes, and for all you guys on my side, you guys will receive that this afternoon. So everybody will be seeing that as soon as we're off this meeting. Excellent. So for the business forecasting workbook, if you guys have questions or concerns, please reach out and discuss it with us. We are available for you guys. So the monthly management meetings, wanted to touch base on the monthly management meetings. As you guys see them coming in, please accept them. If you guys have questions or concerns, go ahead and reach out. I still have about 10 that I have to reach out to directly to have a conversation with. So if I haven't reached out to you guys, or if you were unable to make a call with me, please email me the best time and day for your monthly management meetings. That way I can put you in the schedule. As you guys can see, you'll start to see them trickle more and more from me as the week goes. In regards to the monthly management form, how many of you guys have ever completed the form? Monthly management form? Yep, there's a few of you guys. Okay. Yep. All right. So in regards to the monthly management form, you guys will have the steps to go ahead and get into the monthly management form. But Svetlana and I will be emailing you guys a link to your actual forms, which is nice. It's all provided by inside of FranConnect. So we ask that you go ahead and make sure and complete the form prior to us getting on our call. Okay. It's absolutely critical that you guys complete that prior to. That way we can open it up on our side, be able to write in notes as we communicate thoroughly through you guys in your monthly management meetings. And then we can get through the questions quickly and accurately.
And it really gives us the opportunity to focus on what you guys want us to focus on, instead of rehashing certain things that are going very well for you. And we can tell that if you feel that form, we don't have to major on things that are minor in your business. Because what we really want to do is maximize the hour we are spending with you, or, you know, obviously if you need more, just let us know. But we want to be able to focus on your goals. And the only way we can do that is if we get most of it knocked out before we actually talk. So when we talk, we can focus on strategy. What are the steps that we can scale up? How do we go about doing this? So if we have that form in advance in our hands, then it's going to be great. You know, we can really be laser goal oriented and also solution oriented around the things that are most pertinent to that particular month for your business at that particular time. So we really want to customize it better. And if you fill out the form, it makes everybody's lives easier, specifically yours, because you don't want us to really spend time on things you wish we didn't spend any time on, because you get that, you have that under control. So that's what you're kind of accomplishing by doing this. Also, it really keeps you accountable. That's kind of like your accountability partner, because all these questions bring to mind things that maybe you might be just kind of like skipping right over. So in the email I sent you today, I did send you instructions of how to fill that out. So if it's easier for you to do it at the beginning of each month, and then this way it's out of the way before our coaching call together, whatever works best for you, just do that. But know that we're doing that and we're asking you to do it for your sake. It's not for our sake, it's for your sake. So we can serve you better and partner with you to scale you the best way that we know how to focus on. So I hope you'll find value in that. It's not a busy work, we promise you.
No, it'll actually be helpful. You can utilize it as a checklist, right? So never a problem when you guys have an owner's checklist, right? So once a month, we're gonna give you that. It's gonna, you know, identify areas that you need help in, because you're gonna go ahead and write some notes for us, both the good, bad, and the wins, right? So that's what we want from that. All right, regionals. The regional dates are coming. We're going to work internally this week and next. We're going to have some more dates for you guys. So just be well aware the regional dates will come. We just don't have them in concrete currently. All right, mastermind. So we did a mastermind event at regionals, and I wanted to touch base on it a little bit. How many of you guys were the actual leaders of your tables? Leaders of the mastermind, right before the executive, right before Ed and Dan jumped on the stage. Do we have any leaders? Travis, you were a leader, right? Reed?
Think so, yeah.
Do you remember? It's kind of a blur back there, wasn't it?
Remind me what the mastermind was about. If you tell me what it was about, then I can tell you. There I was at a few tables.
Absolutely. It was about the, no, I'm going to make you guess actually. No, about the labor shortage.
Yeah, labor shortage. That's what I was going to guess, because that's what I assumed or whatever. Oh yeah, it's where we had like the 3 points, right, about how we could get what we've done for retention, what we've done for new recruitment, stuff like that, right?
So that was the roundtable. So the roundtables event was Wednesday. Tuesday was the mastermind event where I brought you guys together. Just the achievers came together in the room.
Yeah.
And then we all sat together and we all came together for the mastermind event. You remember that?
Yes, I remember that now.
Does everybody else remember that?
Hey, Marcus, before you guys go ahead and reminisce about reunion, and we'll bring some takeaways from reunion. For those of you that experienced it at reunion, it was a foretaste of what we hope that you're going to absolutely love doing at the owners meetings once a month. You know, we are going to mastermind together, because when we are together, really all of these brains multiply the brain power that you have, because you have a whole bunch of solutions. But when we bring solution makers together in the room, then just really we're about to solve some major problems. But what masterminds are about is bringing peers that have similar experiences to problem solve around current issues. And you're going to be broken up in groups when we do these owners meetings from here on once a month. And the group that you're broken into will choose which one owner would present the particular current issue that business is having. And we will have some themes. We will hear from you what you want to talk about. We heard enough about labor. That's why we talked at reunion about, you know, masterminding around labor issues. But so we will hear from you on what topics you want to find solutions for. And when you're with your peer groups in a mastermind group, the idea is to begin to solve the issue. Maybe we're not going to find the ultimate, this is the solution of a problem. But when you come together 5 or 10, and one of you describes a real problem in the moment experiencing, and the rest of you add real experience of how you solved or attempted to solve that problem in the past, there is so much wisdom that gathers in this particular solution making. and just brilliant activity starts. By the way, research shows that when you are masterminding, you're talking about solutions, one brain really sparks neurons, sparked with particular links from one brain to the other, and the solutions exceed what you can come up by yourself. So the idea is that we would hear a real problem, and you as peers are going to be thinking about solving a real problem and coming up with actionable steps to take toward those solutions. So that's the idea, and that's what we want to replicate every month, to have a portion of about 1 hour, let's say 15 minutes or so. So we are broken into groups and really do that sort of solution making. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I hope you're going to really see the value in doing that.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we went ahead and did that at reunion for all those that were there. And the ones that weren't there, I actually recorded both the mastermind and the executive panel. So you guys will have those links as well. As soon as I get help from my wife on figuring out how to use my iPad. So you're going to have to give me a little bit for that. So as soon as I get all that figured out, I'll get the links out to everyone. And you guys can then, for all those that were at the event, they can rewatch it and reemphasize. And then for all those that weren't, you guys can feel like you're a part of our reunion event. So again, we'll get that out to you as soon as I get some help and figure out how to upload that. All right. So real quick on the mastermind event, I wanted to get some takeaways on the mastermind event. When we came together as groups, it seemed to work quite well. Everybody communicated very well. And then we did the breakout, and the leaders of each group went ahead and talked about some of the solutions or things that they found that may work better. And I wanted to just touch on a couple of those. So, Reed, if you guys can remember, and I think who else? I'm trying to look around. Jeff, were you a lead on your table? No, of course not. I think Jim was, Committee was. No. Okay, well, I'm striking out like crazy. Reed, do you remember some of your takeaways from that?
Dan Reed was actually the leader at my table. Now
Oh.
I don't remember any of this. So
I saw Corey. I think somebody wrote like Corey Ball was one of the table captains. Was it?
Yep. Okay. Corey, you're on the queue there, bud. You're not even paying attention, so this is good.
I don't see his face, so he might be.
I do. He's on Birds. All right. So if nothing else, let's we can send the link out and we can touch on it later on. But I was hoping to get some takeaways from you guys on the mastermind event. And if anybody can remember the mastermind event and remember what your team said, go ahead and come off mute and let us know. I think Ben and Stephanie, you guys were leaders, weren't you?
I think we were. Is this when I think we were making a video? Is this when we went to make a
Oh, you were
Yeah,
making
we
the
had
video.
video? Yeah, we had to leave and
We had
make
to
a
go.
video, and they stole us and made us work and stuff. So we weren't there for any of that fun special stuff.
That's right. And some of you
That's
guys
good.
were on different
That's because we are
panels.
the mastermind. We didn't have to be there.
That's right. And others were on panels. Bo, do you remember anything, Bo? He just remembers getting his award. It's
Which one are you talking about? You talking about the marketing and all that stuff where we had to listen to Reed or what?
no. I love that, how he just points you out.
I
No.
wasn't even on marketing. That
Marcus,
was
I don't know if we were at the same meeting you were at, Marcus.
Oh, that's great.
We must have been drinking or something.
Because I'm like, what?
Marcus was at the pool.
I don't know.
all
Maybe
week.
we were, or something. Maybe there was something else going on. I don't know.
A lot of you guys were taken on different panels. It was during our breakout session. So it was Tuesday, the
Oh,
breakout
you're
session.
talking about the 1, 2, and 3 where it
Yes,
was split up. Yeah, they sent me to like number 2 because
I
I
know.
was sitting on the
that's right. Most of you guys were
panel.
split out. Matt, I believe you were split out too. It's okay. We'll discuss
I
it.
think
a
we were
little
3 or something. Yeah.
bit. Yeah. How many of you guys
Have
remember?
the videos also. If somebody wants to watch them, you'll have a video link to it. So.
Yeah, I'll get that to you guys. Executive leadership. Any takeaways when Mr. Ed Sieber and Dan Reed were on stage going through the executive leadership conversation?
I'd like to watch that because I was in that other, whatchamacallit.
Yeah, the other breakout session. Yeah, I'll get that to you. Jeff, what'd you think about that?
Well, I thought both of the speakers, they had both the Mosquito Joe president and
Lou,
the motivational
yeah.
speaker on Monday, both made me pretty much feel like a waste of space with what those guys accomplished in life. Makes me like that you're pretty much an inadequate human being at that point. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was great, though, to bring you back to ground zero and make you realize that, you know, I use about 1% of what my potential is. So I thought they were both great. I mean, and the motivational speakers, like the longer the day went on, the more I realized, like, I'm not crap compared to that guy. So they were great. They really were, both of them.
That's fantastic. John Yarzinski, were you in the room?
I was not.
Yeah, I didn't think you were. Most of you guys were on panels, which is funny. Anybody else that was in the room?
Hey, I've been informed that I answered the wrong question. You were talking about the glass doctor guy, right?
Yes.
Didn't it? He was great too. I mean, that guy, especially speaking to me, I mean, he said I messed around with my business for the first 10 years and then he finally got it together. And I was like, whoa. I mean, it's kind of like going to church. You feel like the preacher's talking directly to you. I felt like he was talking directly to me. So it was good too.
It was fantastic. Anybody else have anything? Nope, nobody has anything. Okay. You guys are a really chatty Cathy group today.
I'll go. I kind of like where Dan touched a little bit about how he does sales and commission and not commission. So I know a lot of people kind of ask about it. So it's kind of good to hear that commission didn't really work for us. Just for us personally, it just didn't work out. So it was good to kind of hear that we weren't the only ones that don't really do the commission route. So I liked hearing that. And I know there were some people that talked about how they're introducing it and stuff, but for us right now, it's not in our work wheel. So I like listening to Dan discuss that part.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Ed was kind of on the same platform as well. He focused on the salary and he focused on his people and bringing the right managers and, you know, to fulfilling this year at 6 million. It was a great conversation because Dan was right there, and it was great to hear some influential talk from our brand and then other brand standards as well. So that was nice. All right. In regards to the links, guys, I will get those out. I'm going to do my best to get that taken care of tonight, and then we will go from there. If you guys have any other questions or anything about Reunion, please reach out. And I'll do what I can to answer any questions. I've already had quite a few today. One of which, Luke, is Luke still on? You are, okay. Luke, you had a question about the neighborly, you just sent us an email, neighborly financing. You remember that? That was just today, so I hope you remember that.
Yeah, I had a note, I emailed myself to reach out and ask more about it once I got back, and I was just going through my emails and saw it. So I was just wondering.
Yeah, Luke. Yeah, I did respond to you,
yeah,
and I connected. Yeah, I connected you to Tanner, who will be able to, answer if you have specific questions about that. But yes.
Oh, gosh. Hopefully, I didn't accidentally delete it. I'll have to look for it.
I will send it. Yeah.
That's awesome. So real quick within regards to that, I'm going to play a quick video for you guys. And that way it gives everybody the idea of exactly what he's talking about. And all right, so everyone's ready. I'm going to share again.
We're
business. Because with the Neighborly Financing Payment Options program, it's easy to jumpstart your growth in a big way. How does it work? Offering payment options to your customers has huge benefits. First, studies show when you include payment options in your advertising, you can see a 50% increase in high-quality leads. Also, offering a choice of payment options to all of your leads can significantly increase your close rate. For example, you can jump from 25% up to 44%. Not only that, but when your customers buy with payment options for their home improvement project, they'll increase their spending on their project by an average of 43%. Now your customer can easily update their whole house. Are you keeping up with this math? Because we're already talking a huge increase in leads, customers, and job sizes. And that's not all. Offering payment options to every customer helps reduce job cancellations, and it eliminates the need to offer discounts to close sales. That's all extra money you can use to grow your business. And finally, as a business owner, you know it's important to not just bring in the money. You need to bring it in on time. With upfront funding, multiple disbursements, and direct payment via ACH, you'll get the money when you need it. That means you can grow with confidence. Neighborly Financing offers both same as cash and flow monthly payment options, and is powered by America's home improvement lender of choice, Interbank USA. This means you're getting personalized attention from a member FDIC lender that understands and specializes in helping home improvement businesses like yours grow. So what are you waiting for? Jumpstart your growth right now. Submit your contact info in the form below, and we'll get you and your team ready to experience the proven benefits of selling with payment options. Get ready, your business is about to grow.
All right, you guys can actually find that on your PTN vendor site. So you can click on into the actual PTN site. It's just another financing option, and Neighborly has directly linked with them. So please feel free to jump on there and take a look whenever you guys have a chance. All right, so a little fun in the process. This is going to be good. So it's going to take everybody to communicate. And we're going to go with the best. We're looking for the best franchise owners review of Reunion. I want the best story. So there's a lot of stories that Jeff can't tell, and Ben, but Ben's not at his desk. Stephanie, all those guys. But we're looking for some stories. So as I kind of go around, I'm going to just kind of call on each of you and kind of just give me, your best takeaway. And of course, from there, the best takeaway from Reunion, what you got out of Reunion, and what you're looking forward to next year in Tennessee, little Nashville. So Travis, Reed, you're in first, and we're going to go Hicks second.
I place on the screen or what? I feel like I get called on by the teacher a lot. Let's see, stories. Sadler's a jerk still. I haven't forgiven him. My hamstrings are still sore from him wrapping himself around my legs. Oh, okay. So I have been determined that next year I'm going to train even harder. And when we do the Olympics, I'm going to root for some sort of wrestling or some sort of steel cage event. So, and we'll see how that works then. So, Orlando has a shady downtown area. They have some interesting nightlife across the street from the cigar bar. I took that away. Was it just stories like that? Did you want actual legit stuff, or did you just want those kind of things?
No, this is good. This is fun in the process. This is good.
Yeah, so those were my biggest takeaways from Reunion.
So the Grounds Guys Olympics event that we were
I was going to say legit stories are totally welcomed, right?
Absolutely.
In addition to those.
Yeah, so the winning team for the Grounds Guys Olympics actually got $50 gift cards. So each member did. It was awesome. And we had a lot of good competition. We had people going out and striking one another on the playing field when they weren't supposed to. A lot of flags were thrown. Whistles were blown. Daniel got kicked out and got put in on the sideline.
Yeah, y'all went through all that, and neither one of y'all even won. That was the bad part.
It was a timed event. So it wasn't anything about actually who won. It was all he did was slow both of us down. Is all he did.
It was fantastic. It was great to watch. All right, Hicks, you're up.
I really enjoyed the speaker. I don't remember his name. The main guy. The Monday. What a story that was. That was really cool, and just kind of inspired me to remember to keep pushing, keep going, right? Find that next spot on the rock and just keep climbing, keep pulling yourself up. I get bogged down sometimes with the nitty gritty and don't think I'm going anywhere, but just keep climbing, keep going. But so that was a big takeaway for me. I was really inspired by him. But yeah, fun in the process night, smoking a cigar, hanging out with all y'all on the patio, and that crazy part of town. We saw some interesting ladies, if you want to call them that. So that was interesting. And then the night, the fun in the process night with the fireworks and the girl up on the pole dancing or whatever, that was pretty cool. So those are both good nights.
Yeah, that was awesome. Little contrast. That was Neighborly Day that Travis was talking about in regards to the speaker that they brought in. He's a blind mountain climber, and he's completely blind, and he's also a river. He also
whitewater rafted the
Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon. Thank you.
Yes, yeah, that was cool. Good guy. It was great. All right, Bo Tanner, let's go.
I really don't have any stories, to be honest with you. Maybe.
No stories? What'd you get out of reunion?
What did I get? That everyone's in the same boat. I just, I mean, we're all struggling. We all needed that chance to get together and have a good family reunion to talk and kid and laugh. I mean, it was great. I loved every minute of it. I needed it just to get back level. So, I mean, that's kind of what I enjoyed, talking to other people. Apparently, Jeff Baker's afraid of me. I don't know how that came about, but my wife was telling me about that, and I kind of laughed. I don't think he's afraid. I believe you said that you're intimidated, which I'm about the biggest teddy bear that you can get at.
You're an intimidating dude.
Oh, yeah. We had a good time. I guess
I think it's his wife, not him.
I will go with that.
I would second that.
Yeah. But no, I needed that. I mean, after 2 years of kind of muddling around in my own little pond, I was so happy to be back with everybody. So that's, I guess, my takeaway.
Awesome. Thank you. Jeff, Mr. Baker.
My takeaway from reunion was kind of the same as Bo's. I will say this, the two biggest things I got out of it was, instead of spending our time going over minute details and software changes like they've done in the past, we covered big tasks, which were way better. The guy that came up and spoke with Dan, that was nice. And then Dan's piece of it too, because the reality is one thing we don't talk about is a franchise organization is our management. We talk a lot about systems. We talk a lot about financials. We don't talk about management. We talk about labor, but those are two different things. I think everybody across the brand has struggled with management since at least I've been in the brand. That was the first time we addressed it formally, and I loved it because I learned a lot from it. And then stories, it was just a lot of fun. I mean, I had a blast. And I will say this, that was the first reunion that I've been to where everybody, whether you were a first day owner or the biggest franchise in our brand, everybody partied together, everybody ate together, everybody hung out inside and outside of the meetings together. And it's not always been that way in the past. So I thought it was the best reunion by far. They were great before, but that was just even better.
Absolutely. All right, Mr. Sadler. The one, the only, the ankle biter.
Yeah, so listen, it was all round my first experience at reunion. It was great hanging out with everybody across the board. And as Jeff just said, you know, it was hanging out with some of the superstars of the brand and then also the newbies, just everybody. It was my first experience, so I don't know what the other reunions were like. But definitely gave me that nudge to say, right, let's make sure we get to every single reunion. I know I got to work on my golf game. I got 12 inches short of the hole-in-one, so maybe next year we get another neighborly golf match going. I can go one better.
Did you want to share your trophy there? Did you show it? Show it off? You put it up in the hole. See in the corner.
There we go.
There it is. He got his closest to the pin. Look at that. I love that. That was good for the brand. Love that.
Great. No, but listen, it was a lot of fun, and I just getting, you know, the camaraderie between and getting little nuggets from everybody is of great value. But it was good to meet people and rather than just screens, but meet people face to face.
That's right. Stephanie, you're in.
Okay, so besides the martinis on fun of the whatever that night was outside, that was fun. I don't know, this is probably my favorite reunion because I feel like everywhere that I was turning, I was meeting someone, talking with someone. I met so many owners, so many spouses. It was just great. And like Jeff said, I feel like so many different people and groups, we were all together so much more this year, and I just really enjoyed it. A lot of people were just saying thank you for being on, you know, Panel of Pros, and people were talking about how people are just so much more approachable now, and that means a lot to Ben and I, because our very first reunion, we were so intimidated. So I loved how this year felt because it's kind of what we want to get gone. We don't want anybody intimidated coming to reunion. It was an emotional goodbye for me. I didn't say bye to a lot of people. I got so emotional just the thought of it, and I had to leave quick. It was great. That's just being around everybody, seeing everybody here. I'm like, I already miss you guys, everybody's faces and stuff. So I just can't wait for the next time we're all together. That's my takeaway, is just being with everybody, really.
Absolutely. Andre, what about you?
Echoing what was said, and being my first reunion, I felt so welcome by everyone. The opportunity that you guys opened for me just to reach out and ask anything, anytime, was incredible. Having the chance to exchange with this group of people, and also being you know, the leading franchisees from the Grounds guys, and the way how he welcomed me like a newbie. I still put myself as a newbie. I loved it, and like Stephanie said, I already miss you guys. Wanted to still be there, even though there's a pile of emails that I need to get back to.
That's right. Mr. Matt Long, how about you?
I think it was good. I think of all reunions, I think this is probably by far the best. And I'm going to say, Jeff mentioned it one day when we were meeting, and I got up and just backed it up. And I think most of the tenured franchise owners will agree with us, I think. But I'm going to contribute some of that to the home office team. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of strength and momentum that this brand is getting. And then when we go to reunion, and I see the things that's happening, I mean, it just gives me more confidence in what we're doing. And Neighborly, I mean, I love what they rolled out. I know there's probably still a lot of mixed emotions on some of that stuff. I think overall we're going to benefit from that. And the rollout with the new Neighborly app, I think it was awesome. The speakers were great. And I really think that the communication between all the owners, I mean, I felt it myself. It's just like it's a lot more open line communication, and truly, we speak about Grounds Guys family and Grounds Guys Nation. Being reunion last week, it was different this time. It was different. Maybe it was Stephanie mentioned her first time going, how intimidated she was, and you know what, we were the same way, and I hope to all the new owners, I hope that they didn't feel that this time. I hope they feel that, hey, you know what? These when they say that it's a family, it truly is. So I don't know, a lot of good takeaways. Just a reminder to you, and shout out to Jim and his family. You know, congrats again for Franchise of the Year. And I told Ben and Stephanie this. You know what? It's sad because they didn't get all the the kudos because of the COVID. And you know what? They get it, and they're strong people. But again, you know what? I'm still going to just keep saying it. Congrats to Ben and Stephanie, because you know what? If I would have been in their situation, you know what? I'd like, hey, you know what? I didn't get to walk up there. So, and Ben, Stephanie, you know what? If I ever get to walk up on stage, I'm going to have y'all to come with me. So, but I just a reminder, and Jim mentioned this, and I appreciate him because of the one thing he talked about. He told about a terrible experience that he had. And I know that was probably uncomfortable for him to talk about that at reunion, but he talked about having to go borrow some money and from his in-laws. I'm like, wow, that took a lot to say that. And you know what? But I think when Jim shared that story, I think it probably helped some people. Hey, you know what? This is a guy that has won Franchise of the Year, and this happened to him. So I think those are the things, those are takeaways that, you know what, that it let everybody know that, hey, you know what, this is real. All that we're doing is real, and we're not alone in what we do. Just a reminder, Marcus, to you and your team, I know that y'all are going to work on a schedule of putting together a cash flow seminar, whatever, webinar, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Please make that a priority, because I feel like the owners that I feel like more will benefit than not out of that. And, that's one of those things that I took away, that to make sure we do not drop the ball on those things, because guess what? It's going to have an impact to people that I think we all can win from. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. The funny thing is Matt, I actually have a video up right now it's like a 14-minute video of cash flow. And it's an exceptional video. I'm going to take a couple pieces out of it, and I'm going to post something on Facebook just to touch base a little bit on cash flow.
Well, Facebook's not working anymore, so
yeah. Well, yeah, I see that. I saw that now. But I'm going to put something together for us and either send it out to everybody. But anyway, it's a great video, and you guys will get to see it. You'll get to see it here soon. So. That's great that you brought that up.
Hey, one last thing.
Yes.
One last thing. Okay. I want to give a shout out to, and I think he can take this. He's kind of a maverick, and in the South, we call them rebels. That's what we, here in the South, that's what we call them. But you know what? I want to give a shout out to James Londot. I mean, James, I got to spend some one-on-one time with James. We had lunch together, and y'all, I'm telling you, if you don't know James Londot, you really need to get one-on-one with James. He is a great guy. And I say that, and I know James is on this call, but
you're paying him, aren't you, James?
We had some in-depth conversations, and y'all, I'm telling you, I know sometimes looks at James, and I don't think he minds me saying this. Sometimes you look at him in the room, and he's the loudest guy in the room, but one-on-one, and James has got a lot of things that he wants to do with his organization. He's juggling a lot of balls, and any way that I could help him, I would. And again, to everybody that don't know James, get to know him. He is a great guy. So shout out to James.
Wow. That's like the best shout out ever.
Oh, I feel so touched today, Matt. Thank you.
I mean that, James. I'm serious.
All right, that. James, what's one takeaway that you had from reunion?
Flamingos on the move.
Oh, you and your flamingos. You're going to get me in trouble. Keep that up quietly in the background. We're like, hey, who took all those flamingos? It was the grounds guys people. And then he's posting here.
No, this is a little one. This isn't the big one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, good. That's good.
The 4-footer was like walking around floating on its own.
Oh, okay. The wings.
No, it didn't have wings. Had some assistance. my takeaway from this reunion, I will say that it was a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? Lower key this year, which was kind of nice. Got a little bit more one-on-one, a little bit more discussions. I am very intense. I am very loud. I'm very to the point. I think I pissed off a couple people at reunion, but they were a good conversation. There was a couple people pissed me off too, but that's what iron sharpening iron is. And so it was nice. I mean, it was nice there. I actually stayed an extra day, missed my plane flight. Don't ask how I did that one. But I still got home. So, I mean, it was good. I brought 2 of my production guys down with me, which was really good. They came back really motivated, which was important. You guys actually welcomed them in really nicely. They were kind of amazed actually at how much they really do know. They've been in the industry for 10 plus years. They're both, mid upper 20 guys, and but they've been in the industry since they were 16, 17. We're all non-college individuals, so we just like to work our asses off. But it was good. It was good. A lot of things to reflect on. And I do welcome anybody who wants to come get to know me. Don't be scared. I don't bite. But I am challenging. I'm kind of, some of you guys, and this might be maybe not the greatest forum, but I'm going to put it out there. Many of you guys know I jokingly change hats. I run a design build firm separately from the grounds guys, but we run everything as a single organization. We're on track to do over $4.5 million this year, both between grounds guys and Vista Pro. So I'm kind of like the little quiet dragon in the room sometimes.
Yeah, real quiet.
And yeah, well, it's fun. And there was some things with the executive management, and that's where Matt and I sat down was, you got to pick out people and say, hey, I want to be like that guy, or what the heck is he doing that I'm not doing? And that's where Matt and I sat down, had lunch, and he really challenged me. And I'm looking at my org chart, which is right here. Already reviewed it this morning. Highlighting, moving, shifting. Your business is an ever-growing thing. And my goal is within the next year and a half maximum to have the opportunity to be an absentee owner. God's calling me to some bigger, brighter, better things. And that's where I'm planning on to go. So I'd love anybody who want to walk shoulder to shoulder with me. Come on.
Sweetness. Yeah, good. Thank you. James O'Brien. And then we're going to go to Ben after that. So Ben, be ready.
So that was my first reunion. I'll tell you the most important thing for me was the friendships that I built, the conversations I had. I can't thank everybody enough for the conversations and the camaraderie. It was better than anything I ever expected. My wife was blown away by it, so she's now going to be joining me as a business owner and not just a spouse in this. So she's going to come over to the dark side with me in February. But the takeaways for me, the phone calls are great throughout the year, but to actually see people face to face and thank them for what they did and how they impacted me, I was thankful for. But I can't wait for next year. I had a great time. I appreciate everybody's camaraderie and kind words in the conversations that we had. So, thank you.
All right, Ben, you're in.
Biggest takeaway from reunion. Stephanie is not allowed to have that many martinis in one night. No, we had a good time. No, just, it's been a long time since we all got together, and she's shooting me in the background, guys. I'm getting the air gun right now. No, it's been a long time since we all got together, and to put a face with so many names, that we've spoken to and meet more people, celebrate Jim and Fran. That was good for us, and just you gotta fill that cup every now and then. And man, it's been a rough 18 months. We've had our feet to the fire for quite some time. So just to, like I said, get back around people that are going through the same thing we're going through, and just meet new owners. And I think we got a bunch of great owners here. I think the brand is definitely moving in a positive direction. So I was just excited. Can't wait to get back.
Absolutely. All right. So wanted to touch real quick with Jake. Jake, you were the one and only from Canada. And so I want to touch base with you and see what you got out of reunion.
Well, everyone said it was the best reunion, but I think the other ones were better because my Canadian brothers were up there. So hauling around Chris Drystra on the wooden stick was a lot of fun. There's a lot of pictures that some people haven't seen. He's been in some very bad places. Sorry, Juanita. But no, it was nice to see my friends. I mean, I have a sore liver. It's getting better now. But like seeing my friends doing the stroller, Jeff Baker helped me with the stroller. We had a good time. It was just a lot of fun. I mean, I think you learn more in a hotel room or just hanging out with some guys just off the cuff than in any class. I've always said that.
Absolutely. Yeah, John Yorosinski, thanks for the stroller, right? All right. Well, let's go ahead and finish with Jim. Jim, I'm going to let you go ahead and give us a little words of wisdom, see what you got out of reunion, and then we'll be done. So go and lead us off, if you would, please.
I thought this was we all got together. We all needed it. It's been a long year and a half. I didn't cry when I did my speech. My kids were joking, thought I wasn't gonna pull it off, so they told me to man up and get it done. But in the past, like everybody says, we were kind of segregated. This time we weren't. Everybody was all kind of together. I think our leadership now is phenomenal. Home office is really pushing. I think we really have qualified franchisees. And I'm really hoping that we push this brand to the next level. So I had a blast.
Absolutely.
Still hungover.
John's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Look at him. His livers are screaming at him. Oh, that's funny. I had entirely too much fun, and I appreciate all you guys that came. Great to meet some of you, and of course, great to be with all of you. So with that being said, Svetlana, do you have anything else?
I just want to say it is an honor to start our new partnership relationship with you guys. Looking forward to getting to know you. This is a chance to scale up and scale up well, to just have one up on your competitors. So looking forward to really be one of your partners in crime and expand to your best opportunity. So really appreciate it. One more time for those of you that may not have accepted the invitation for the reoccurring monthly calls, please do so. Thank you so much for those that have already jumped in and booked your time. Looking forward to working together.
All right. God bless, guys. We'll talk to you guys this month during monthly management meetings. Take care.
Blessings to you all. Bye-bye.